All right. Deontay Wilder is going to be fighting Luis Ortiz, but all the questions revolve around what's going on with Tyson Fury. Eddie Hearn throws his 2 cents in there, and as usual, cannot help but hate on Deontay Wilder. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel, subscribers. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. Also, thank you to everybody, to the supporters of the channel that watch the videos to the end. Leave a comment, like, and share. Tell me what you think about the subject matter of the video. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you hate me? All of that good old stuff is welcome in the comment section. Also, thank you to everybody, all the members of the Patreon community. And thank you so much to everybody that comes by the live streams Monday through Friday. And on Sunday, OG Boxing Talk with myself, Kurt Anderson, Blood Boxing, and KQKC Boxing. Let's talk about this, man. The heavyweight division should have been unified. We were there. We were there. You had 3 belts for Anthony Joshua, 3 belts and no mandatories. You had 1 belt for Deontay Wilder, and they could have made the fight. It could have been a wrap. We could have had the heavyweight champion of the world. It would have either been Anthony Joshua or it would have been Deontay Wilder. Judging from what happened since that time, it was going to be Deontay Wilder. But that got held up. And my belief is that it got held up by a guy named Eddie Hearns with S's, a lot of S's for snake at the end of that dude's name. Playing games, trying to set up 10-year plans, trying to set 8-fight plans, planning for a 10-year career, $1 billion. He's going to be the first $1 billion boxer. He's going to be, he's coming to the United States. He's going to take over America. He's going to build, the Zone, a whole new network with $1 billion budget that's going to sign all the American fighters. And it was going to be a transatlantic takeover of the sport of boxing, all on the back of Anthony Joshua. All on the back of Anthony Joshua. It is my opinion that because of all of that being on the back of Anthony Joshua, predictably, when you put too much on somebody's back, even the strongest person's back will break. And Anthony Joshua's back broke in Madison Square Garden against Andy Ruiz when he got knocked down 4 times and quit against the ropes in his great American debut, where he beat all of Michael Jackson's concert records at Madison Square Garden. He was bigger than, it was this amazingly huge event that he fell flat on his face, not literally, but he fell hard on his knees multiple times. So now you have a situation where you still could have a unified, undisputed heavyweight champion in a fight between Andy Ruiz and Deontay Wilder. But once again, Eddie Hearn is there to save the day for all the people that do not want a unified champion. So now he's taken Andy Ruiz, Anthony Joshua, as far away from New York City as he can possibly get them, out into Saudi Arabian desert, safety be damned, for a rematch. Deontay Wilder, on the other hand, has a fight with Luis Ortiz, which is going to be on pay-per-view. And if he gets past Luis Ortiz, and Luis Ortiz ain't no soft touch, right? So I'm not taking any of that stuff for granted. Has a fight supposedly with Tyson Fury. So Eddie Joshua, Eddie Hearn, the puppet master, the guy with his hand up the backside of Anthony Joshua, Andy Ruiz, Eddie Hearn, has something to say about it. And what he has to say about it is that Deontay Wilder is going to win that fight by being reckless, right? Tyson Fury, as we know, in his last fight against the future Hall of Famer, Otto Wallin, And people seem like they're bragging now that they can pronounce his name correctly. Otto Wallin, no man, whatever. Otto Wallin, the guy that cut open Tyson Fury in the middle of Tyson's Fury 2 fight bum bash. Anyway, now Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder's supposed to fight Tyson Fury after that. Eddie Hearn says he's going to do it by being reckless, and obviously being reckless, going after that big old cut on the eye of Tyson Fury. Because if Tyson Fury's eye ain't right, that eye is going to bust wide open, and even Jack Reese would not let Tyson Fury fight with one eye against Deontay Wilder. The first time because you can't see a punch coming from Deontay Wilder, you're going to get hurt very, very, very seriously. Okay? Because he has tremendous power. But I find it funny, very funny, how Eddie Hearn can say he would win that fight. Deontay Wilder would win that fight by being reckless. When number one, Deontay Wilder, I've never seen Deontay Wilder fight recklessly. I've never seen him fight recklessly. I've seen wide punches, but I've never seen a reckless abandon, just going after somebody like he lost his mind. Deontay Wilder is a very patient fighter, which is why he can get his knockouts. He has knockouts in the first round. He's got knockouts all the way up until the 12th round, because he waits for the shot he waits for an opening to land his shot. Deontay Wilder's never been some real high volume puncher that just letting him go. You know, be damned if he gets hit in the chin. Deontay Wilder, I think, got knocked down with a shot behind the back of his head in like his fourth professional, like 36 fights ago. Other than that, Deontay Wilder's never been a reckless fighter. I will tell you who has been reckless, though. Eddie Hearn has been reckless. Now, that's what make me believe that maybe Eddie knows reckless when Eddie sees reckless. Because I can't think of a promoter that has been more reckless than Eddie Hearn has. From putting on fights with guys from the UK and taking the fight to, a suburb of Wichita, Kansas, to on 2 weeks notice or 5 weeks notice, whatever it was, putting Anthony Joshua in the ring with Andy Ruiz, somebody who has much better hand speed, who is a better all-around boxer, who has a tremendous chin, and who is a better fighter than the guy than Jarrell Big Baby Miller, who he was originally supposed to fight. I don't know, that seems pretty reckless to me. What else seems really reckless? Taking the reckless fight that you had, the reckless matchup you and your matchmakers made the first time, and taking it halfway across the world to the middle of the desert, where there are all kind of major safety issues taking place. Why would you do that, my friend? And saying, we've been there before. We took Callum Smith there or somebody else there. And, we know the security. We've been there before. Yeah, you've been there with a major heavyweight championship fight with an American fighter and a UK fighter in the Middle East, in the middle of with security watches and second level security things. The US government is telling people not to go there for a reason, Eddie. They're telling people not to go there for a reason. They're not saying don't go there because you're going to get a sunburn, it's too hot, or because, we don't like their, don't go to that area, be very careful, or don't go to that area of the world because, we don't like their trade policies. Right? Or matter of fact, they couldn't care about their certain things that they do in that community that country relatives to the countries that surround it. No, they're telling you not to go there because it's a risk to life and limb. It's a risk to your life to go there because there was an American person that was there and got at an embassy or a consulate, whatever it was, in a government building. And they could not care. And then they got oil fields, the explosives in oil fields. If they're trying to disrupt something, why wouldn't they look for that major sporting event? But Eddie, wanting to do a favor for somebody that I'm quite sure is giving him a lot of money to do it, right? To put a sports wash is what they call it on top of that, seems to me, and it might qualify as reckless. Reckless with the health of, risking the life of Andy Ruiz, recklessly risking Anthony Joshua, having it in a desert where there's not in a construction site that's yet to be developed. Seems a little reckless to me. What other amount of recklessness can we point to on Eddie Hearn? Maybe letting Dillian Whyte get into the ring with Oscar Rivas under the influence of D-ball, without letting Oscar Rivas know that Oscar Rivas was that Dillian Whyte was had tested positive for D-ball. Also, letting Dillian Whyte, Oscar Rivas fight Dillian Whyte when Dillian Whyte was fighting with unchecked gloves. I think that's a reckless disregard for the safety of Oscar Rivas. So, reckless matchmaking, reckless site selections for fights, reckless spending of another company's money, recklessly allowing fighters in the ring under the influence of performance-enhancing drugs and potentially fixed gloves. Yeah, Eddie knows a couple things about being reckless. Anyway, man, I kick him while he down. Okay? Because Eddie Hearn don't need to come up from this. And people don't say, they just gonna try to wait and let stuff like the D-ball thing with Dillian Whyte just go by the way. And then talk smack and still try to tear down Deontay Wilder. It's ridiculous. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section. Who's really the reckless one? Eddie Hearn or Deontay Wilder? And with that, I'm out. Peace.